I've been locked up, they won't let me out. Locked up, they won't let me out. Yo, what in Tar Nation is going on down in Huntsville? What in Tar Nation is happening, baby? I don't know, but this marks the third arrest this year for a Love in Huntsville main cast member. I mean, what is happening? What a go on down into the Huntsville streets, baby? The Huntsville streets are probably some of the most lit streets in America. Literally. I mean, and now stay off the road, okay? We're gonna get into Marceau's, not Marceau, Lord forgive me, Marceau probably somewhere asking now how I get in it. Well, we're about to find out. Sky Squad, we back in the building. Okay, so listen, make sure you guys subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell button, and like this video if you like reality TV related content. Make sure, if you haven't already done so, guys, grab a copy of my latest book, The Wickedest Wives of Vicious Reality. I will actually be coming out with a lot more books this year because this fiction takes a lot longer to write, but nonfiction and stuff that I'm trying to do in the nonfiction space, I don't think it will take as long to write because these are projects that I've been working on for a while. So anyway, make sure you guys head over to Amazon.com and get that, okay? Huntsville, baby. What's popping? So let's talk about it. Let's get right into the biz not eat. Okay. Maurice, my brother, man, what is going on? All right, so let's talk about what is transpiring in Huntsville, okay? All right, so for those of you guys don't know, my good brother Funky Dineva is hosting his Down to the Bar series down in Huntsville at Black. Okay, this is the perfect, I think, brand integration with the Funky Bunch, with people who live in Huntsville, who love and marriage Huntsville. This is a great opportunity for everybody to come out, shake a tail feather, let your hair down, and have a good time, right? So, of course, my brother gets there and gets the party started, okay? A day early, I think, and everybody was out partying at Black, right? Now, I don't know if this happened when he left the event, okay? At the gathering, but if you go online, you can definitely see Maurice, Kimmy, Letitia, Marceau, Miss Wanda. Everybody is having a good old time down at the Jamboree. So I'm thinking to myself, like, yes. So the first thing I opened up Instagram yesterday because I was taking, like, yesterday was my day. Okay. I was taking my self-care day. I was in my backyard putting my bare feet on the ground for the first. Listen, I do not like putting my bare feet on the floor. Okay. So for me to put my bare feet on the grass down in the backyard, okay, drinking some champagne from Lake Como. Yes, I was. Yes, I was grounding myself. I open up Instagram. The first thing I see is a post from Miss Funky Dineva's Instagram page. Okay, my good brother. Now, how I get in it? So immediately, I'm thinking to myself, well, what didn't happen, right? So I look here. This is the next post that I see because my question was going to be in the comments. What done happened now? This is what I see. Love and Marriage Huntsville star Maurice Scott arrested for driving under the influence. The D to the U to the I. Okay. So this was early. This was really early in the day. What in the world? did the party start at 10 a.m.? I mean, by the time I saw him on the post, this was maybe this was from the night before. Maybe it was from the night before. I don't know. I'm trying to figure this out. Because I see them partying and the post is from yesterday, but the time was 12:04 p.m. Dang. That's some day drinking right there. Okay. Let me tell y'all something. I love to day drink. I do. And see, and let me also say this. I never listen. We talk about, the people. None of these situations are funny. Okay, let me just start off by saying that none of these situations are funny. I think it is just the fact that it is the third cast member that this is like an arrest has happened to in the current year, in the current season time of filming and airing. That is wild to me. Like half of the cast has been like not half. I would say a third of the cast has been arrested. Let me just say this, okay? I'm just going to say this. My prayers and my best wishes really do go out to Maurice in this situation. Because he has his law firm, he is really doing the work, right? So, to have this attached to him is, it's not a good look. I've told you guys before that I have friends who have had DUIs. So it is no laughing matter to me. I have been the person who has picked up a friend who has had a DUI. I myself have also had my own instances. Well, not instances, but an instance where I left a part years ago, intoxicated. And I got to a block from within my home and literally my eyes closed for like 1 second. Ended up sideswiping a car. The resulting me trying to drive down to park my car and get it out of the street ends up totaling that car. Then I have to walk back up the street, put a note on the car, okay, and let them know, my number, so that they can get my insurance information. They called me the next day. We was able to secure it. I was hurt in that accident. Okay. So it was a lot for me. And I learned at that point in time, all those years ago, I do not drive when I'm like at this point in time. No, B. Okay. No, B. Okay. Um, and it can happen to anybody. And I was saying this on TikTok. If you guys aren't following me on TikTok, please follow me on TikTok because I'm trying to go over there. It's DJ Richie Skye on TikTok and Snapchat and Instagram. So anyway, I was saying on TikTok because I kind of go live doing my little get ready with me's. I was like, yo, these they can catch you swerving. You know what I'm saying? And you can have a moderate amount. You ain't got to have hit nobody. You ain't got to have if they just even suspect it, and especially if you're on the television, right? So, all I got to say is, if you're out this weekend, especially because it is a holiday weekend, guys, and this is for you anywhere, if you are under the sound of my voice, y'all be careful this weekend. Be extremely careful. I am pretty sure law enforcement will be out in full effect because it is a holiday weekend. And I know a lot of you guys will want to party and shake a tail feather. I do not blame you. I personally would like to be shaking a tail feather right now. I actually thought about booking a ticket down to Huntsville for the day and coming right back tomorrow morning. Now I think it might be sold out. It might be to capacity that I wouldn't even be able to get in the door. They might not even want to let me in the door. I don't really know. All I know is I sure am thinking about it because I'm trying to find out, hey, what's going on, and I'm trying to, I told you I wouldn't mind shaking the tail feather either, but see, I'll be able to Uber to the event, okay, and Uber out. Should I go, y'all? Let me know in the chat. Should I go? Because there's still some tickets left, and the event is from 2 to 9. So if you're in the Huntsville area, y'all make sure y'all go out and support the Funky Bunch, Funky Dineva, Black, all of that. Support your people. Maurice was let out on a $5,000 bond. Oddly, this was the same bond that Destiny was let out for. In truth, I was supposed to do an interview with Destiny. I ended up postponing that. I am personally taking like a little brief break from recapping Love and Marriage Huntsville. I'll probably pick it back up at some point, but I just kind of needed the mental break. And I felt like the holiday weekend is the perfect time to take it. I got some things that I really need to get done because I have family coming into town this week too. And I got to travel this weekend. This coming up weekend. So it's going to be a crazy week for me. Anyway, that's the tea on Maurice. I probably should have done this live because, listen, I have had now ain't no alky in here, okay? Ain't no alcohol in here, but it sure is some good old caffeine. Let's talk about Marlo, okay? Because I didn't ran on that enough. Also, too, y'all let me know something. I was having this thought yesterday, and as I go through this video, and for those of you guys that like hit it and quit it and videos, I'm not that guy. Okay, so if that's what you're looking for, that's not me. The Sky Squad knows I will digress in a heartbeat. I will give you unrelated tea, news, information, and details about my day-to-day life that you probably didn't care about. But to be honest with you, this is my personality, and you're gonna either take it or leave it. And if you want to leave it, that's fine. Okay. Press mute and just watch me, So anyway, with that being said, let's talk about Marlo. Now, how is Marlo in it? When you decide to insert yourself, okay, into a situation, all right. Let's get into Marlo. Basically, shout out to our friends over at the Neighborhood Talk. Also, the last story was courtesy of Reality Entertainment TV. I will place both links in the comment section down below for you guys to review. All right. So let's talk about what Marlo had to say about the situation and this Rolls Royce crew. Okay. Let's get into it. What'd she say?
More because I had it. This one when they copied it and tried to bring it on the show to show them they had it. But I got something else that they haven't seen yet. No, I don't. I'm not in the Rolls Royce crew. I'm in the modern crew. Definitely Team Simon. I've known Simon for years. He used to be my neighbor. I am Team Simon. And guess what? Huge fan of Real Housewives of Atlanta. I can't wait to watch this season. Y'all do not know I'm gonna be commentating every Sunday. Every Sunday I'm gonna be on there telling y'all what I think. Royce anymore because I had it. This one when they copied it and tried to bring it on the show to show them they had it. But I got something else that they haven't seen yet. No, I don't. I'm not in the Rolls Royce crew. I'm in the modern crew.
She said the modern crew. What is that? Somebody tell me. And see, this is how you know I'm not in the Rolls Royce crew either. Okay. Baby, I'm not in the Rolls Royce crew. Okay. I ain't gonna lie to you. I ain't gonna tell you no lie. I ain't in the Rolls Royce crew yet. Okay. When I get a Rolls Royce, I ain't gonna tell nobody either. Okay. Because I just feel like when you start talking about all of these things, the people nope, nope, nope. Anyway, so listen, a couple of things. All right. Let's talk. Chit chat. Let's chit chat. So first things first, y'all know I am a lover of Marlo. I am. I know if you guys have watched the past 2 seasons, you will know of Real Housewives of Atlanta. You will know that I have been very critical of Marlo, right? To me, Marlo on the show, when she became a main cast member, I didn't like the position that she was put in. And whether or not she created this position for herself, my assumption is going to be that this was maybe producer, I don't want to say pushed, but I just kind of, or maybe pressure. Maybe there was a pressure. I felt like there was pressure from Marlo to be the instigator, right? And if you follow my channel for the past several years, you will know that we talk a lot about the antagonist and the protagonist, right? So the antagonist is usually the person who is not afraid to push the button, spread the rumors, stir up the juice, and then you have your protagonist, who is usually the hero who it is happening to. So in some instances, you will have the instigator, right, which is usually the antagonist, and then you will have the reactor, who is the protagonist. The reactor is the person who will give us a big reaction, but they typically need a push from the instigator in order to do so. So we're thinking about somebody like a Marlo being transformed from her limited role as an instigator to now a full-time role as an instigator, and it just did not work to me, right? Marlo, as a full-time cast member, would have been better served as the person who is, I am the queen of fashion, and I'm going to sit on my throne of fashion and style and judge you girls from my throne. Okay. Now, whether or not you believe that Marlo's fashion and style are exceptional as I do, that is up to you, and you don't have to, right? But that's just my opinion. And my opinion is that she was better served and she was more fun when she was in that role, judging the girls from up high, right? Whether or not she had more or any of that, to me, that in the world of Housewives right now, I mean, we're no longer behind the gates anymore in most of these shows anyway. So it's kind of like, I don't know, right? And that's not to say that Marlo don't have it like that. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is, in comparison to maybe like a Lisa Vanderpump, or maybe even a Candy at this point, because I would wager to say that Candy's business is big business at this point, right? I think it's just about having her niche. That is Marlo's niche, style and fashion, right? So to me, she was better served in that capacity. I would love to talk to Marlo about her business. And I don't mind the fact that Marlo is going to be commentating on the show when it comes back on, because I do think as an ex-cast member, we see that happening. We saw it happen with Teddy Mellencamp and Tamara Judge, and we've seen how they've been able to make it and parlay that into a successful podcast. And I just sort of think that why not? Why not? Why not use, and instead of maybe using Robin, in hindsight, I was looking at some of you guys' comments yesterday for the traders. Robin, because we know that I believe Robin was a former athlete. Am I correct on that? She might actually be a good fit for traders. And then maybe if you did throw in someone like a Marlo, who I think would also work well, because I do believe that the network will probably want to keep a relationship with Marlo, specifically with regards to, notice how Marlo still speaks positively about the network, right? Because she knows that in playing the long game, that the network could use and bring her for different things, like that OMG fashion show. I can see so many potential integrations for Marlo with under the NBCU umbrella at some point in time, because they've already made her a full-time housewife at this point, even though she did not last beyond the 2 seasons, right? So with regards to her involving herself in the Simon and Porsha of it all, I mean, there have been quite a few people that have spoken very highly of Simon. So listen, I don't know him. I am oftentimes in awe of the different ways that people make their money. And I'm just fascinated by the process. And I'm also interested in, like, for me, I'm thinking to myself, if I got all this money and power and stuff like that, I probably don't have no time to troll on the Instagram. Or maybe I do. Maybe you got so much money, I mean, you ain't got nothing but time. I don't know. Y'all let me know in the chatterization down below. You know what I'm saying? I mean, let me ask myself this question. If I was a million upon billionaire, would I be on would I be doing my job that I'm currently doing now? I don't know. Maybe if I had the time and I was bored and I had nothing to do, maybe I would. You know what I'm saying? Would you? Let me know what y'all talk. Would you go to work if you was a millionaire? That's a good question. All right, y'all. So listen, that is the tea that we got for y'all today. I definitely should have done this live. Y'all, charge that to my mind and not my heart. I thought I was gonna make this nice and quick. I mean, not the Pound Town, but I definitely thought that I was gonna be a little bit quicker. Like, not like a drive-by hit and quit it, but I definitely thought it was gonna be wham bam and thank you, ma'am, sir, or ma'am. Anyway, y'all know what I'm saying. I thought it was gonna be quick, okay? But it turns out that the caffeine got me going today, and we had a doggone Ponderosa, a full-blown Ponderosa. Y'all let me know a couple of things in the chat. Let me know what you think about this. Number one, I have been thinking about scheduling my day a bit differently. I have always wanted to do radio, right? And so I was thinking to myself, what if I did a sort of morning like live around like 8 or 8:30 to like 9 or 9:30 each day, each morning. And that way I can condense my news into that. Let me tell you why. And this is so extra today. But I was thinking like I have got to schedule my day differently. I got to schedule my day a little bit differently. Because if when news breaks and if I'm hopping on the news whenever it breaks, I am at the mercy of the news, right? I don't want to be at the mercy of the news, to be quite honest with you. Because I have so many other projects that I am working on. I think I might have told you guys that I am interested in getting my life coach certification. Y'all know I'm very much into the travel, and I'm very much also thinking about getting back into the branding and consulting business. So my this is my ideal life right now, and I need a consistent schedule, and I don't have one. I was thinking about doing like maybe like a 30-minute to an hour long live in the mornings, and all of the news we'll talk about, and that way I can kind of talk a little bit more about pop culture news. Then also too, I have signed on with a podcast distributor, right? And I want to shout out my boy Kempire because he literally helped me make that connection. So my love to my brother, I love him so much. Um, and so that will also help me deliver podcasts daily to my distributor. Then the rest of my day is workout, writing, assignments, book writing, and consulting blocks. So people would be able to block off time on my schedule in the afternoons for consulting, like consultations and stuff like that. Like I'm just, and that's just my business side right there. Because right now, what's happening is I feel like my schedule is all over the place and I'm not as effective as I possibly could be. So I'm just thinking about doing that. Let me know if you guys would be open to that or interested in that, because I just feel like I am I'm a little too all over the place, and I need some consistency, and I just feel like this may be helpful to me. And that way people can listen on their way to work or when they get to work. I like for my content to be something that you guys listen to throughout your day that kind of keeps you entertained, or just sort of gives you something to do, and just be a break in your day, right? Like I know that is my passion and that is my purpose in this space. So I'm just trying to figure out how to maneuver so that I can give you guys, the content, that good content, about a range of topics, including, definitely we're going to focus on reality TV, but, kind of touching on a couple of other things that I've seen that you guys kind of enjoy. So yeah, let me know. I'm just it's an idea that I'm thinking about as I'm kind of trying to move forward into the summer, and I'm just trying to figure out a better way to organize my life. All right. So anyway, that's about it. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. I will be checking your messages in the chatterization as I go throughout my day. I have lots to do today, but if I can find a good ticket down to Huntsville, I don't know. Anyway, that's all I got for y'all. I will catch you guys, of course, in the next video.